Hi, so I'm going to do a video here on how to change the cabin filter. And the reason why I'm doing this is I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube and they're either in bad lighting or not in HD, and they don't really describe the more important parts. So this will take about 8 to 10 minutes, and it'll take me a little bit longer because I'm actually doing a video. So it's going to be a little bit harder for me. But this is what I bought. I bought the Fram cabin filter, which is cabin filter CF10135, and this is how it looks like. And the important part about this is it's right under the glove compartment. So what you have to do is there are these snap-ins and you just have to push them out. Now I've seen another video that actually has somebody unscrewing things in the bottom. Well, this really involves no tools. So if you see on this side, you just push in right here to dislodge this. And this is how it looks on the other side. So I'm going to do that now. And if you could see, I'm simply, and I want to get out of the way here. And the sun's coming out, so hopefully the lighting is good also. But the key here is really to just get this off, and you'll have to use two hands. I only have one hand here because I'm holding the camera. But I'm going to push this out. I'm going to stick my finger in here, and you hear that snap. And you should do the same to this side. So I'm going to stick my finger in there and push this, and it's already snapped out. And you really should hold this with one hand. So I'm gonna try to zoom back here and do this now. So I'm gonna hold it with one hand and take these things out. And now it just falls down. So the key here is this thing. So you'll notice normally it's held in like this. On this side it's actually held in like this on this side, and on that side it's held in like that. So this is the stopper. So if you look here, when you put this back in, you just have to slip this through, but that's later on when you're actually putting this back in. So all this does is grips onto this as it's coming down. So that's all this really does. But I just wanted to show people this piece because this is really the key piece, and if people understand how this comes out, then they won't have any worries about how to take it apart. Alright, so now that I've got that aspect of it out, let me go under and I'll show you how to take out. Okay, so now this is the piece you have to get out, and it's actually very simple. The hinge is right here, so you see this little clip. You actually push it towards the right. So I'm going to try to get out of the way here. So you see what I'm doing here is I'm pushing it towards the right and lifting it out, and it just comes out like this. So again, if you look at this in detail, this is how it is, and this is the piece that I'm actually simply pushing in. So I'm pushing this in and lifting it out like that. So if you look at this, you could get a better clue of how it's done. And this side, I'm just slipping it into that notch and clipping it in later. So once you get this out, you simply pull these out. So I am taking this piece out. And sometimes it'll get caught. Don't be too concerned about that. Just you know, kind of gently pull it out. So you see I struggled a little bit with pulling that out, but that's not a big deal. So remember, there is a top and bottom, so just remember that. You see how there's those arrows with the airflow? Just make sure you put that in correctly. And for this second one, if I go in and you'll see I'm going to push this all the way to the left. And also take this one out. So I'm taking this one out also. And there you go. And if you look at this, you'll get a better idea. That's where this stuff slides in. That's the opening. So, and if you look at what I've done here, this is what it looks like. And I do have some leaves and all of that in here. So I guess it's been about 2 years since I've changed this. So, but definitely notice that there is those arrows there. If you see here, there's those arrows here for the airflow. And if I take these out, you'll see there's the arrows here for the airflow. So just make sure you actually put it in correctly. So, all right, I'm gonna pause here. So I put these cabin filters in, and I'm ready to stick them back into my car. So if I look for the hole, you simply put the right one in first. Put the right one in first. And wiggle it and slide it all the way to the right. And now do the same for the other one. And there you go. Now I just have to put the lid back on. So again, this is the lid, and again this side I'm just gonna stick in. And it's a little bit hard for me because I'm trying to do video, so my line of vision is not the greatest here. But it looks like, just bear with me for a second. Okay, and I simply push this in and I hear it snap, and that's it. And I suppose I could test it a little bit by wiggling it, and it looks like it's tight. And that's that for this piece. So now once again I'm ready to put these things in, which holds the glove compartment. And the way that's gonna work is as I lift this in and hold it with my hand like this, I'm gonna be putting these in through this, and it's just gonna push and snap in. So it should be like that. And I only have one hand here, I'll need to use two hands as I'm pushing it in like that. So I'm gonna hold it in place with one hand, and then with the other hand I'm actually gonna put this in like that, and it's just gonna snap in place on the other side. So if you could actually picture it and imagine it, that's how it's actually gonna look. So all right, I'm gonna try to do that, but I just want to explain how it's actually done, and it'll actually hold on like that. So that's really what's gonna happen. Or if you could see it like this, it's actually going to be something like this, where it's where it's kind of where it's kind of gonna be resting here when you do it. So alright, hope you get the idea, and I'm gonna do it now. And give me 1 second here, the sun's kind of in my way. Can't really see what I'm doing. So alright, I can get better vision now. There you go. And for this, and if you could see how it really is it actually goes in between here. So, or actually on this side. So I'm actually snapping it in between the opening there. So it'll be encased like that if you could really envision it. So and that's really it. So once again, you'll see that that's how it actually is after it's snapped in. And if you could see it from the inside here, and try to get the sun out of the way so you could get better lighting. That's how it actually looks from this side. And I think if you could see in between, that's how it sort of works. And that's really it. All right, thank you for watching.